Hey, have you ever had this thing, this dream, if you want to say, of something you have just wanted to do for so long that it kind of starts to ache inside? I don't mean just a little tiny ache. I mean something that starts to burn and throb when you see other people out there doing and you go, man, I wish I could do that. It's not because it's big. It's not because it's impossible. But you don't go do the thing because you've been told you can't do that. You've been told that that's not proper, or you have more important responsibilities. There are all these things that come into play that you make all the excuses in the world as to why it's scary or why you can't. And it's not because it's impossible. It's because it's something that you want. Nobody gave you permission to want this thing. Nobody told you that you should want this thing. They simply just give you that look and you instantly assume that this is something you should not be doing. It is something that you have always said you would do someday. Learn that thing, go to that place, finally try to do that thing. Maybe go see that person. Every time you get close to maybe even thinking that it's a possibility, you pull back with some old reason of why. I don't have the time. It's not practical. I don't know how to. What if so-and-so doesn't approve? What if they don't want to? What if they don't want to come with me? Here's my question, my dear. Is it their dream or your dream? Is it their thing that they want to do or your thing that you want to do? You keep denying yourself this one thing that you could possibly maybe actually do because it doesn't fit into the acceptable thing that you are supposed to do. And y'all, that's exactly what we're talking about in this episode. It is about that thing, that one thing you keep putting off, and how you can finally say yes. Hey, welcome to What's Your Question podcast, man. If this is the first time we've met, my name is Crystal, here with Meld Artistry, where we are answering the questions of the universe, of life itself. Those dark, deep questions that we possibly are not supposed to be asking, or we've been made or led to believe we should not ask those questions or believe or dream or want those things in our life. But there's something about those things in our life that are a yearning and aching inside that we cannot describe, or sometimes we can't even shake it off. What's Your Question podcast? We don't shy away from the big questions. We don't shy away from the little questions either. Because to be absolutely, completely honest, it's inside those little questions that hold the biggest answers. The simplest little question of why. Ooh, so deep, so profound. It's a single word. That single question of who are you? Three little words. But yet it creates such an ache and a desire inside of us, in such a level of depth of confusion, that it absolutely can muddle the mind. What's Your Question podcast is about answering the questions of the universe, about answering those simple, seemingly simple questions, and for those that are not so simple. So buckle in. Get yourself a nice dose of water out. Sit back and relax as we dive into this week's question of the week. What is one thing you want to do? If you had all the money, all the resources, all the friends, all the support, all the love, all the things in order to do that, what is one thing you would just go do? Okay? All right, so what is that one thing that you just would like to do? It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be life-changing or life-altering. It just has to be your thing, your little itty-bitty tiny dream. Maybe it's something you would like to go do. Maybe it is a place you would like to visit. Maybe it is something you would like to learn. Maybe it's something serious. Maybe you're on this big grand adventure and you're getting ready to do this great big thing. But before you do that big thing, you would like to be able to do this one little thing. But you keep putting it off because you got this big thing going on. You don't have time to do that one little thing. But it's something that just keeps coming up in your mind, in your heart. Just this little echo, a little whisper of, hey, I would like to go to the beach. Hey, I would like to go for a swim. I would love to go climb to the top of a mountain, up onto the mountain peaks and look out across the world below. Maybe you want to go see somebody that you aspire to be like. Maybe it is just someone that you really admire and you'd love to go see them, like in person, instead of only seeing their face online. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's that fishing trip you've been dreaming of. So it never ceases to amaze me, the answers that I get to this question. And I ask this question all the time. And y'all, it's amazing the answers I get. I would like to learn how to live my life pain-free. I would like to go to Alaska and go fishing. I would like to someday open up my own restaurant. I would like to be a chef. I would like to have this. I would love to go see the Tetons. I would love to go see a buffalo. I would love to travel the world. I would love to do something that would help a person in need. These are all little tiny things in the grand aspect of life. That vacation that you have talked about doing and you put off for years and years and years. Maybe it's time to go do that thing. All right, so if you have not tuned in to our question of the week that leads into What's Your Question podcast every Friday. So the question of the week airs Monday through Thursday. And then Friday comes out with the podcast where we dive deeper into the question. So step 1, 2, 3, and 4 are available on all of our channels. If you have not listened to those yet, I highly suggest going back and doing that, because I give you a little bit of special information inside those videos, in those little step-by-step tutorials, you might say. Bite-sized steps that you can take each and every day in order to start implementing and to reach those dreams, those goals, those desires, those manifestations. The small ones and the big ones. Just saying. But today, this is small. This is itty bitty. This is bite-size. Bite-size, baby. Of just one thing. Because here's the truth. You can't dive in and get that big thing in your life until you've dared to try to do the little things in your life first. Baby steps, my friend. Baby steps. All right. Please make sure at any point in time, if I hit on a note that just really, you really feel it, please do me a favor and make sure you hit that like button. And that lets me know that I am reaching you at exactly the place that you are needing me to reach you at. I am delivering the information and the guidance, and this fly is going to drive me nuts. I am giving you the information that you are needing in your current situation inside your life right here, right now. Now, in the case, because I hear this sometimes too, going, man, where were you a year ago? Where were you so and so ago when I was facing this thing? This would have transformed that situation. But here's the truth. You needed to learn how to go through that situation exactly the way that you did. And the words that I have to say today would not have hit the same. So let's dive into the steps. Step 1, you got to name that thing. You've got to give it a name. You got to put it out there into the universe. All right. And Y'all need a journal. If y'all don't got a journal to write down the amazing things that come into your head and the dreams and the goals and the things that you would like to do someday, why not? Like you can pick up a little tiny notebook from any general dollar store for just a couple bucks. Y'all, go get yourself a notebook and write these things down. I love a little pocket notebook that I can just keep in my back pocket most of the time. Because, y'all, my crazy spider brainy brain, it sees all the connections and I go, ooh, I need to do that. Ooh, I need to do that and that and that. Ooh, I love that idea. Ooh, light bulb moment. Just saying. Just saying. So, having that with me allows me to do that. But I also keep additional journals and around my home for different purposes and practices. And y'all, if you're gonna follow me along, which if you're not already following me along, why are you not following me along? You should be following me along, okay? I'm gonna tell you to get your journals out all the time. All the time. Every single week. Every single step. I want you to write these down. And it's not that I want you to do it for me. I want you to do it for you, okay, babe? Because I'm here to help guide you with my unique set of skills and knowledge and all the crazy connections that I have in order to help you reach that dream life that you have almost been too afraid to even breathe into existence, to even mention to another person. You're almost so afraid of that absolute dream life that you're almost too afraid to even dream it when you're sleeping. But yet it's always there in the back of your mind. And y'all, we all have these dreams. We all have these little things that we put up. Like, for example, painting my house. Yeah, we build our house just before COVID, just before lockdown, all the things. We built our house. We fired the housing company that we were going to have come in and do it. And I literally drew this house out on a notebook. And I called to my husband. I like colored in the outside of the house, what it would look like in general, the idea, the vision. And I showed him the floor plans, the different plans that we could do with the exact amount of money that we already had the loan for. And I'm like, should we do this? Because the housing company that we were working with to build us our home, to bring our home to us, was a complete nightmare. And if we decided to shift, to twist, tweak, to pivot just the smallest little bit, we could build our dream home. Our dream home for the same amount of money, twice the amount of space, and everything we needed inside. Y'all, that's pretty freaking amazing. And I'm not gonna lie, my husband Rocky was so against this idea. Oh my God, like, I come from a construction background. I grew up building custom log homes side by side with my dad and my brothers. So I'm no stranger to building. My husband on the other end, he's like, I am not a builder. And I'm like, that's cool, that's cool. All right. But we ended up doing that. We ended up firing our company and building our own home. Y'all, we were living in a camper. We had already moved out of our rental house. We already were set up, had building permits, the whole thing to do this when we fired the housing company and completely scratched everything and started back over from the ground, quite literally. And we ended up moving in right as COVID, just as like lockdown and all this started happening. Come to find out, I was actually pregnant during this time and I had a 1-year-old. Y'all, the universe has a funny way of working. I'm just saying. And it was absolutely phenomenal. But we finished our house back in 2020, moved in, and we've never painted our house until now. We finally picked the paint color. We finally did it. And we had every excuse, every reason why we couldn't do it. It was going to be too expensive. We didn't have the money. It was going to take forever. Like, it's not going to be possible to paint certain areas because it's a very tall house. And just all the reasons. I went down last weekend and just picked out new paint samples, put them up, and I'm like, which one do you want? Which one? And he picked one, And I went down and got the paint to do the house the very next day. And y'all, my house is almost halfway painted, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And I am over the moon. It looks so amazing. Finally, I get to actually see in real life. My family gets to see in real life the vision that I had, that I drew down on paper 5 years ago. And all it was something as simple as paint. Here's the truth. If we didn't like the color back then, we could have easily changed it. We could have start putting it up, and like a big section of it going, oh, whoa, that's going to be way too much, too bold, too much, too bright, whatever it might have been, and gone down and just picked up new paint. It wasn't the end of the world, but we made it seem as if it was the end of the world. And you're doing the exact same things with those things that you keep going, someday I want to do that. And y'all, I know from personal experience, this is echoed over and over and over in my own life. We are all guilty of doing this because we get listening at all the things going on, and we allow the stress and the responsibilities in our life to weigh us down immensely. And we make all the excuses. And the biggest thing about this podcast, about this show, we're no longer making those excuses. We're addressing those excuses. We're asking why. Why are we afraid to do it? Because when it gets all said and down to it, that is the very underlining current. Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid to believe or to dream that you are worthy of that? That could be a real possibility in your life. Why are you afraid, honey? Because you could do amazing things. And I truly, truly believe that to the very bottom depths of my heart. I know that you can change things in your life and make it this dream that other people can't see. It's like when I drew this house out, my husband liked the floor plan, but he couldn't see it. Whereas me, I drew it out and I could see it. I could see the log posts, and I could see the trim work up on the walls and the colors and how it would just pull and work together. It was unique. It was different. It was something unlike any other person had ever done or seen. And we were going to do it. And I could see it, but he couldn't. We're building the house, and he's walking along. We had the foundation in, and we just barely put the first bottom flooring down. And we're walking along this great big huge rectangle of what would be a home. And he couldn't see how this space was going to be big enough to hold everybody. To him, it was just a small box. And I'm like, oh, baby, just trust me. Trust the process. Trust the crazy logic, weird stuff that happens in my brain. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be great. This is going to be a dream come true that we haven't even dared believe was even a possibility for our entire lives. We never dreamed of having a home like this. Never even dreamed of it. And we were building it with our own two hands, with our kids, with our family by our side, building this place. Literally from the ground up. He couldn't see it. And even as the walls started to go up and he could see the kitchen space, and he's just like, I just don't know. This is going to be so small. And I'm like, trust me, baby, this is not a small kitchen. This is not a small space. This is not a small home. Trust me, when you see everything in it, then you'll be able to see it too, and you will know it. And he was absolutely amazed as we're bringing in all the cabinets and we're bringing in the fridge and the stove and everything. We're putting all these final details on the inside. And he's like, I just can't. He's like, this is not all going to fit in that space. I'm like, oh, it's going to fit. It's going to fit perfect. It's going to fit beautiful. Just trust the process. And we finally get everything in. He's standing there in the middle, and he's just like, I can't believe this all fit in here. I was sure that by the time we got everything in here, either it wasn't going to fit, and that it was going to be just like, it was going to shrink it down so much that we wouldn't even be able to move in here. And the truth is my kitchen is this wonderful welcoming place where all of our family and our friends, we all gather and we are all there together in this space, and it just flows and it's gorgeous. It's amazing. But this was a dream that we didn't think that we dared to dream. We didn't actually believe that we deserved it, which is absolutely foolish, completely foolish in hindsight. Y'all, there are so many excuses that I have made in my own personal life, and I want to let you know that you're not alone in this, because we all do it. Every single one of us. All right, so here is the point of all of this. We are naming that thing. We are not going to worry about the details of how that happens right here, right now. So in your journal, or that little random piece of paper that you have around, I want you to write down, what do I want to do? One thing. This is not all the things. This is just one singular thing. Maybe it's that trip you want to do. Maybe it's that thing you want to go learn. Maybe it's just something you would like to try. You just want to try it just once. Okay? Name that one thing. Okay? And it might feel like a stretch. And that's okay. Because if it's a stretch, babe, that means that you're pushing yourself and you're growing yourself towards that dream life. It should be a little bit uncomfortable. If it's not uncomfortable, then you're still sitting a little tight and cozy and you're staying exactly where you are. And we are moving beyond who you are right here, right now, into the person that you want to be. Okay? And it starts with that baby step of taking one single thing that you would like to do someday. All right? Got it down? What do you want to do? All right? Now, step 2. What are 3 little things that you could do over the next little while to make that happen? Like, you know where you're going. So what are 3 things that you would need to have in place in order to do that? Doesn't matter if you don't have the things that you need right here, right now. We're not worried about that. Because the real thing is that if you start taking little tiny baby steps, realistic baby steps, then the resources and everything that you need are going to start coming in. All right? So when you're thinking about that one thing that you want to do, remember that. If you had all the money, all the resources, all the friends, all the support, all the love, all the things, in order to do that, what is one thing you would just go do? Okay? And then 3 little action steps. What are 3 steps that you could take in realistic life to make that happen? Maybe it's you put $5 out of your paycheck every paycheck, and you put it off to the side in a little jar. And inside that jar, you've got this little, we are going here. It reminds me of the movie Up. And they've got the picture of, I don't remember what it's called, but the falls. And they've got the picture hanging on their wall, and they've got their jar there, and they keep putting money in. Keep that money in. Keep putting the money in. And then life happens, and they have to break it, and they have to use that money, and then that dream doesn't happen. But in the end, it finally does. All right? Now, I don't tell you that to discourage you. There are some things that are just not the right time for it to happen yet, even though we want it to happen. And that is okay. When it happens, and it happens exactly when it's meant to, and not a moment before. Because the truth is if it had happened before, then you wouldn't appreciate it like you do now, because good work is hard work, and hard work is good work. If you want the thing to have the meaning behind it, the emotion that you feel right here, right now, of what it would feel like in order to actually go do that thing, you got to work for it, baby. If it's just handed to you, just given to you, it doesn't have the same effect. It doesn't create that same memory, that same bond as it would have otherwise. Trust in the process, just as I told my husband as we build our home. Trust in the process, because it will all work out exactly as it needs to, and it will be beautiful. 3 little baby action steps. All right? And then, here's possibly the most important part. When would you like to do this? Give it an actual time frame. Instead of it just being someday, change someday to sometime this year, within the next 3 years, within the next 3 months. Maybe it's this week. When you give it an actual time frame, that changes everything. When it has an actual time frame, then you start thinking about it more. And the more you think about it, the more it starts to rewire your brain at the possibilities that it could be real. But the more you think about it, the more it rewires your brain, and it starts triggering up all those fears. And that's when that uncomfortable resistance starts coming in. That doesn't mean that it's not supposed to be. That is essentially kind of like the universe coming in and testing you, going, are you sure this is what you really want to do? Are you really sure you want to do this? Do you really want to go fishing in Alaska? Do you really want to own a bakery? Do you really want to become a chef? Do you want to really learn how to go do paddleboarding? Do you really want to learn how to live your life pain-free? That means you're going to have to change all these things. Are you really sure that this is what you want? And if you keep saying, yes, I want this, then that resistance goes away. The universe goes, okay, go do it then. Go do it then. All right? And when you hit that point, oh, babe, it's awesome. When you suddenly feel that resistance just lift. When you stop caring, when your give a damn bucket just goes, no, I'm not taking that with me anymore. What other people think, what other people say, what society has taught me that I always have to be. When you stop carrying everyone else's luggage around for them, carrying their beliefs, their ideas, their feelings that they have on the matter of what it is you want, it changes everything. And the universe is going to help you. It's going to shift. It's going to move. And it's going to start putting things into alignment. When you start showing up and saying yes, then the universe steps in and it starts removing the roadblocks. It starts removing that resistance. And it's amazing. And truly, y'all, when you just stop bringing everyone else's luggage along with you, doing that little simple practice of observe, don't absorb. If you've never heard this before, let me explain just a little touch further. When there is a conflict or there's something going on, you start absorbing other people's energies, and you start seeing their reactions, and sometimes you may even take it on as yourself and go, oh no, maybe I did something wrong. Oh no. But the truth is they are going through their own thing. Their energy is exploding out, and you are absorbing it like a sponge. Instead, just go observe, don't absorb. Ground yourself. Put your feet flat on the ground. Kick those rubber shoes off that are holding you and your energy bouncing inside of you. Kick those shoes off and put your feet flat on the ground and just go, my energy is my own. Their energy is theirs. I call mine back into me and I send theirs back to them. Like mine is mine, theirs is theirs. Observe, don't absorb. See their actions, see their reactions, see how it feels to them. That doesn't mean that you got to carry it with you. It doesn't mean that you have to take on their beliefs, their feelings, their emotions, and just all the things. That's what they're currently going through, and that is perfectly okay for them. And they need to feel those emotions. And you need to feel the emotions that you're feeling too. So if you have not been stopping to take a break every now and then and just go, what am I feeling? Okay, I don't like this situation, or I love this situation. Feel the damn feels, man. Feel them. And then move on with your life. Observe what they're doing. But don't take it on as your own. Okay? So, when you pick that date, it makes it real. And you're going to have that resistance come in because the universe is going to continually come in like that obnoxious kid that just keeps going, why, 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 why? And as the universe starts asking you why you want to do this thing, answer it. Those little thoughts in your head, you know, the devil and the angel on your shoulder, I see that a little bit differently. If you've never heard me say this, you've got the angel and the devil on your shoulder. We've all heard this analogy. Okay, the angel's like encouraging you, come on, you can do this. You be the good guy. Stand up right, stand up straight. I apologize. Stand up straight. You've got this. You got this. You can be the good person. And then you've got the devil on your shoulder going, like, you can't do this, and he's beating you down, beating you down, beating you down. Well, instead, how about we reverse that? And the angel is still your cheerleader on your one side, and you've got your other shoulder with the devil. Instead of it being the devil that's trying to drag you down, how about he is your drill sergeant instead? And instead, he's trying to piss you off. He's trying to get you to buckle down and dive into those deep, raw emotions that you have too, so that you can get to the top of the mountain, so you can complete that course that you've got to do, so that when you are in the zone, when you are actually out there in battle, you've got it. You've got the strength. You know you've got the grit, and you can instantly tap into that, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. I want this. This is mine, and it doesn't matter if anyone else is wanting the same thing. It doesn't matter what they want. They are not you. They are not the ones that have to sleep with you inside your brain at the end of the day. So don't give them all the power and energy and control over your life. Knowingly or unknowingly, you can call that energy back into you and sever that tie with them. Doesn't mean that you're severing your relationship with them. It's just the energetic connection. Because you deserve to have your own energy, babe. And if you want other people's energy in your life, then you allow it to come in, but only at your own choosing. Y'all, it's a powerful practice, okay? Absolutely powerful practice. And as you get closer and closer to that date, I want you to dig down into that little devil on your shoulder. But instead of him being the one that's dragging you down, he's your boot camp sergeant, and he's preparing you for battle, man. And just tap into that, like lean into that raw energy. You don't always have to be the good guy. You don't always have to be the good guy doing all the right things. Because here's the truth. All things are balanced. Nothing is all good. Nothing is all bad unless you define it as such. Who is to say that the angel's not the bad guy and the devil's the good guy? And who, vice versa. Who's to say that the devil is the bad guy and the angel's the good guy? You are the one that puts that definition there. Move on to step 4. Step 4. All right. So step 4 is that roadmap. Y'all, I love puzzles, and I actually really enjoy a good maze. Like, I like doing little mazes, like in my notebook, things like that. You know, but here's the thing with a maze. A maze is so much easier if you can see the finish line and the beginning line, and you work it backwards, baby. Work that maze backwards. You already have the thing that you want to go do. That is your finish line. That is your end thing. Okay? You've got 3 action steps that you can take that are going to get you to that thing. All right? Realistic, just little things that you can do in your life in order to reach that thing. Maybe it's making that phone call, connecting with that friend, or, you know, doing that thing, buying that thing in order so that you can go so you can go out and do the thing, to learn the thing, whatever it might be in your case, okay? All right, so then you have your date. The date is really important because without that date, how the hell are you supposed to know that you've hit that manifestation, that you've hit that dream, as it slowly comes in sometimes into your life, if you haven't put a timestamp on it that by this date I will do this. By this date or before, on or before. Let me rephrase this. On or before this date, I will do that. I will be that. I will try that. I will eat that. I will, you know, whatever it is. All right? Okay? These are little baby things, remember? Just remember, little itty bitty baby things to start with, okay? But now you've got that maze sitting in front of you of all the hows and the whys and all the obstacles that are going to come into your way, all the roadblocks, all the twists and the turns that we look at in the very beginning. As soon as we even think about naming the why or the thing, I apologize, the thing, we look at the whole damn map and we go, oh, it's too much. Instead, we're working this backwards, babe. So you've got your finish line, you've got your beginning line, you've got 3 baby steps, you've got the date right there snapped on that finish date. That gives you a timeline of, by this point, step 1 needs to happen, step 2 needs to happen, step 3 needs to happen. 1, 2, 3. I've got my 3 action steps. Bam, they're on this point. That gives you marker points inside your map, your maze. And by doing that, then you can go to each one of those markers from the finish line and come back and go, boop, 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 boop. These are the things that I need to do in order to have that. And then you go from the 3rd action step and you work it backwards to the 2nd action step. Boom, 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 boom. And you start to see that all of the obstacles that are in the way of you achieving this start just dissolve away. Dissolve, dissolve. And it's amazing. Absolutely amazing, baby. All right. So that is going to give you that beautiful framework in order to work the thing. Okay, babe? Okay, you feel me? You feel me, babe? Here is the very last thing. Have you guys been following me along and putting this down in your journal, your little key points that you need? Yeah? Yeah? All right. Well, first, I would love to join you on this journey. Okay? I want to be here cheering you on. Drop down in the comments, what is one thing that you would like to do someday? Just someday. All right? I would love to hear. And the more you interact with me, the more I'm able to create these videos and these questions. And I'm able to create these videos and the content that you guys are needing. It really helps me align what I'm sending out to you guys so that I can be fitting those boxes and hitting them right where you're currently needing them. All right? I really appreciate you. So help me, help you, help me, and vice versa. Okay? All right. Now, here's the next important thing. You need to see the vision. Because it's just like my husband and I could see the vision from the very beginning, and he couldn't see it until it was completed. Because this was my vision. It was shared. I knew, I could see what it was that he needed, what he wanted. And I could see mine, and I could see how they mixed together. But I was the only one that had the whole complete puzzle piece, the whole puzzle. He couldn't see how it all went together. He couldn't see how it was going to be enough, how things were actually going to fit. And that is perfectly okay. Because remember, this is about you. You're the one that holds the vision, so let's activate it. So if you have never gone through a guided meditation with me before, here's what you got to do. Close your eyes. Not yet. I'm going to explain and then we'll dive into it, okay? Close your eyes. If possible, put your feet flat on the ground. No shoes. Outside is the best if possible. Pick a quiet place where you're not going to be disturbed. You can pause this video, come back to it whenever it is that you need it. Make sure you click that save button so you don't lose it. And you can come back and repeat this as many times as you possibly need, over and over and over again, okay? All right, so we're going to dive into the guided meditation here in just a second. So you close your eyes and you take a great big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. As you breathe in, I want you to visualize that you're breathing in all the positivity, all the things, all the energy, all the things that make you feel powerful, that energize you, that make you smile, that make you happy, that make this dream of yours a real possibility, the courage, the confidence, everything that it is that you need. One little thing at a time. Breathe that in, and at the very pit of the, let me pause, I'm getting ahead of myself. Breathe it in, and you breathe it in all the way down to your belly button. Now breathing in through your nose to your belly button it takes a little bit of practice if you've never done it before, because normally if you breathe in through your nose, you're only breathing into your upper lungs, not your lower lungs, and we're going to fill up those lower lungs, okay? All right. So you breathe it in to your stomach and you feel this big white ball that starts to form, and it's like a crystal ball. And it glows and it's beautiful. All right. And it grows and it grows and gets powerful and harder and just phenomenal. All right. Now, as you exhale, we blow it out through our mouth. By blowing it out through our mouth, we are envisioning all the black smoke of toxicity, all the things that make us feel like we can't do it, that we're not worthy enough, that we don't deserve this thing, that we're not able to do this, that we're not confident enough, or it's the other people's energy that we have absorbed in, their beliefs, their ideas, society's ideas, all the things that take away, that make it so that you are uncomfortable in the idea of being able to do this. All the fears, all the things that hold you back from being able to go out and do that one amazing thing that you would just like to try for once, that you just want to do. All right? So you're going to breathe it out like black smoke and let it drift away on the wind, and allow the wind spirits to carry it up into the heavens or the sky or the sun, whatever it is that you want to do. Send it up to God himself if you want, or the universe or spirit, whatever you believe in, and let them bless and cleanse and purify it and send it back as a blessing to someone in need. And that someone in need could even be you. Just saying. All right. Now, here's the science behind breathing in through your nose and breathing it out through your mouth. When you do this, when you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, it takes you from your backwards thinking, which is where all of your past relationships, all the past events, all the past everything resides. It resides back here in your primal self, your primal brain, and your past history, which is where our fear lies, by the way. And it switches you into your forward thinking, up into your forward mind. And this puts you back into the present time right here, right now. And that right there can shift and change everything just in its own moment. Like if you ever have this time when you are struggling to like focus and you're just like, ugh, stop and take 3 big deep breaths in through your nose, hold it in your belly, and let it out 3 times. This is proven to calm you down, to lower blood pressure, and so many other things. You can feel the stress release off your shoulders and all these gorgeous things, okay? It's amazing. All right, so without further ado, if you can safely, if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. Just saying. We want you here in one piece. We appreciate you. All right? All right, so I want you to get comfy. Find yourself a nice, quiet place where you won't be disturbed for the next little bit. Put your feet on the ground, and we're going to get started. All right, dear. Close your eyes. Sit within the blackness, the darkness inside yourself for just a moment. Feel what it is that you feel. Hold that vision, that idea, that thing that you would like to go do. Hold that in your heart. Hold that in your mind. And let that begin to fill you whole. Feel it all the way around you, as if your eyes were open and you were looking around and the world starts to begin to transform into that place, into that thing. I want you to sit down inside this vision. Feel the earth beneath you. Hear the sounds. Feel what you feel. Now a red laser beam shoots from your tailbone deep down into the earth itself. Down, 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 right as if it was an elevator. See what the center of the earth looks like to you. Feel where you're tapped into. Notice all the colors, the feeling, the energy. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it happy? Is it neutral? Feel the energy of the place that you're currently tapped into. Hear the sounds within the center of the earth as only you can hear them in this location. Now, I want you to stop the elevator as if it were up in the sky with inside the center of the earth. And I want you to look around. You know where your anchor is. Look around. Is there a place that feels as if it has a better energy for you? If there is, go ahead and make that shift. You're in control of this elevator. You have the steering wheel right there in front of you. All you got to do is drive it over there. Direct it like it's a hot air balloon in the sky with a propeller. Anchor yourself into that place that has the energy that you are striving to call into your life, that grounding rod that you are currently needing. And feel everything that you feel here. Feel the shift that happens within inside of you. See the colors. Hear the sounds. Notice the different vibrations of the earth in this location versus the last. If you moved. Now I want you to feel the energy from that location start to vibrate and pull up, changing that red laser beam bright green with that beautiful earth energy coming all the way up, 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 following you as you go up in your elevator, coming back into you. And as this energy starts to vibrate through the bottom of your feet, up your legs, up your back, through your stomach, through your chest, your shoulders, your neck, your face, your head, all the way up to the crown. It comes around you and forms this green protective egg, like a shield. It is nurturing you. You are safe. You are loved. You are supported. You have everything that you need in order to do the thing that you want to do and that you want to be. Notice the symbols that start to form on this egg that are special and unique just for you. This is Mother Earth talking to you, giving you a personal shielding and protection that nothing can break through. Now a white laser beam shoots from the very top of your head. It goes up into the sky, past the clouds, past the earth, clear up until it hits right into your soul star. Feel the energy of that star. Hear what it has to say to you. And as you listen, you notice that there is this ball that is coming down through that white laser beam. Down, down, down. And just before it touches the top of your head, it opens up like an umbrella. And it encompasses you from the very top of your head all the way down to the very bottom of your feet, protecting and grounding and shielding you from anything that would come in way. Protecting you from anything on the outside that is not yours nor meant to be, that is not for you. Divinely connected and guided and protected. Earthly, grounded, nurtured, protected, loved and cared for Mother and Father. Feel these energies as they surround you. These are shields against anything negative coming into your life, and they will protect you. Anytime that you need to recharge them, all you have to do is feel that red laser beam shooting into the earth and that green energy coming up and recharging that protective green egg, and that white laser beams up into the sky and recharging and shielding your energetic shields around you. You are safe. You are loved. You are perfect exactly as you are. Now see that vision in front of you, that place, that thing you want to do. See it as if it were real life. Feel what you feel there. Feel its unique energy. Notice the people or the lack of people, the animals or the lack of, the plants, the wind, the sun, the moon, water, fire. Feel everything around you, fully connected, fully immersed, fully present in that moment. Now I want you to raise up as if you're floating in the sky from an angelic perspective. You're looking down on yourself sitting there in the grass at this place, in this location, at this thing, doing the thing. Totally at peace, totally happy. Now from this perspective, you can look back as if you were just looking across the field. But instead of it being a field, it's your actual timeline of where you are now to where you will be. But from an angelic perspective, it's just a field of grass that separates the two of you and a straight line in between. Rewind. Fly across this field and notice the different things that you do, the shifts, the changes, the people that happen in your life from then to now. Coming all the way back to right here, right now, as you're looking at yourself from above, sitting exactly where you are right now. See that energy around you. See and notice what is around you, the energies around you. Give them a color. What color are those energies? The colors of those energies are a unique message just for you. The things that you feel, see, hear, smell, even taste, that you did not know was there, are unique messages for you. Now, divinely protected and guided, you float back into yourself, as if your energetic body had just risen up above you from this future perspective and come back to you in the right here, the right now. Ask it a question. You can speak this out loud or silently in your mind. Ask it a question and hear what it has to say. That's good. All right. Now, holding on to that question and those things that you noticed, I want you to take a great big deep breath in through your nose, all the way down to the very pit of your belly button. Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in. And I want you to hold it for as long as you can. And the longer you hold it, the stronger that ball gets. And this black smoke starts to form around it, pulling from your toes, pulling from the very tips of your hair. Of all the toxic, negative energies, thoughts, beliefs, emotions that don't serve that vision. And when you're ready, exhale. Blow it out through past your lips with the velocity and the determination that you don't want that shit in your life no more. Because that's exactly what it is. It is toxic. It is poison. And it is time to let it harmlessly drift away on the winds of the gentle breeze, up into the sky, up into the heavens, to be blessed and cleansed and transformed into a blessing of beautiful things for someone in need at their greatest time. Take another big deep breath in through your nose, deep, 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 deep. Hold it, hold it, hold it inside. And with every breath, that ball grows stronger and brighter, unbreakable, more powerful, and that energy of toxicity that resides within your body, of other people's beliefs, other people's emotions, other people in general, society, is pulling in around it faster and faster, and you exhale. Let it go, because it no longer deserves to stay in your life. You deserve better than that. You are better than that. Take another big deep breath in through your nose, all the way down to the very bottom pit of your belly, and feel the energy shift and change inside that crystalline ball inside of you as it shifts and changes into colors, and it starts to swirl as if out of control with a power, a raw, fierce power unlike anything you've ever felt in your life. And nothing toxic is allowed to stay within inside of you in this very moment, and it shifts and it changes and it dissipates. Absolutely harmless, and it leaves your body as you exhale. Now just breathe. Feel the weight that has come off your shoulders, that has come off your chest. Feel how your mind is no longer muddled and confused with all of the how-tos, what-ifs. Your mind is at peace. Your body is at peace. You feel lighter. You feel better. How pain has suddenly shifted and lifted. Feel the energy inside of you. Feel that angelic energy. Body of yourself. Feel what you feel, babe. Feel. If you feel the need to cry, go ahead and cry, and let those tears stream down your face without shame. Because you have earned those tears, and they are beautiful. Feel what you feel, babe. And when you're ready, step back into the present and open your eyes, knowing that you are loved. You are grounded, you are protected, you are nurtured, that you are important. All right, dear. How was that? How was that? I want you to know that you are absolutely amazing, and you are doing everything absolutely perfect. You have always known everything that you needed to know in life in order to get to this point right here, right now. And that by itself is absolutely extraordinary. And I am so proud of you. If you haven't heard it yet, I am so proud of you. You have done incredible things, and you have shifted and changed your life. You are absolutely extraordinary. If you haven't yet, please make sure you save this video. Give it a like so I know that it hit and resonated just exactly as you needed it in this right here, right now. Save it so you can come back as many times as you need to. Make sure you are following me along so that you can get these meditated, guided sessions every single week, or almost every week, at the end of each podcast, as we dive into those deeper questions of life and the universe. If you have a burning question, I would love to hear what it is. Please drop it down in the comments, or let me know what it was that you experienced. Okay? Let me know. I would love to know how this worked for you, because I am here for you. All right. And until next week, as we go deeper into your dream life and start to bring it in to fruition, one little baby question at a time, I'd love to hear from you. And until then, we'll see you then. This is Crystal with Mild Artistry. If you'd love to support us, consider swinging over to the shop and grabbing some of your own goods, including your free PDF printable mini guide that is available You can find that on our blog page that is linked down below or on the website, millartistry.com, where you can print it off and have your own little journal prompts added in, and the step-by-step process of how to go through these steps to call into life, into fruition, of how to do that one thing you would like to do someday. Because we're no longer living in someday or yesterday. We're living in the here and the now. We're making life change and extraordinary. All right? So go grab your free downloadable little mini guide. And if this really resonated with you, consider shopping some of our unique products that we have. Most of it is all handmade by yours truly, and we have new things coming into the shop every single week. They're so awesome. Y'all, I'm so excited for them. One second. So make sure you guys keep an eye on the shop and grab some of your unique, one-of-a-kind items. All right? Like, we got some really cool jewelry. I'm just saying. We got some really cool wirework jewelry over there for the bold, rebellious person. See you guys.